You. My name is Michael Ford. I'm a student at Pacific Lutheran University, and I study Chinese and political science. My question for you, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, is being in a society where you had no institutional power, access, or privilege, could you please talk about a little bit in the time that we have left, how one can gain power or enough power to truly instigate change?
I think that you are right about, say, maybe formal state power. But you know, we saw how, in fact, power did not necessarily mean authority. That, say, the state apparatus would come, soldiers and so on, and try and bully our people, and they would not be able to bring order. And then we would come and we'd say to our people, please keep quiet. I mean, I would tell a crowd of 30,000, I would say, keep quiet. We want to hear a pin drop. And they would. I didn't have power. I had authority. And it's how does it come? Partly, that people realize, that you were there for them, and you were being treated like dirt by those who had military power and so on. Sometimes I used to say to the police and the soldiers who would come to all the gatherings that we addressed, I say, you know what? You guys are like a teacher who says to a naughty child, I'm going to punish you. You're going to stay in class. The teacher discovers that she's punishing herself because she's got to watch this child, and I would say to them, you are about as enslaved as we are. You ought to be going home, and going to watch rugby and soccer and tennis, but you're not. You're here because you're trying to enforce totally irrational laws. I think, that was part of it, but there was also many of the leadership, especially as in the interim period when most of our political leaders were either in jail or in exile. I think, that the thing that Robert was speaking about, there is something actually that does happen when you spend moments of quiet with the one we call God. You don't know, but I think some of God's goodness maybe rubs off onto you. And I certainly would not be able to have operated if I didn't know that there were many who were praying for us, and that I too have tried to spend a very substantial time shutting up, which is a performance.